Hi, I'm Cheryl. We're going to play with our Dragonfly Dreams bundle again today and make a card not exactly like this. We're going to use a different color. This was done in Melon Mambo, but we're going to use Tangerine Tango today. So you'll need Snail Adhesive, plain old Scotch tape, a sponge dauber, Stampin' Right marker. You need, let's see, about 22 inches of baker twine to coordinate. This is white with an orange color. That'll go with our Tangerine Tango. Your Tangerine Tango Stampin' Pad. Our dimensionals. You need Memento black ink. We'll need our layering circle Framelits dies. We're going to be using only the second from the largest one. And our Dragonfly Dreams stamp set, of course. Or not the stamp set, but from the bundle, we'll be using just this outline die. And from the Touches of Texture stamp set, we'll be using this big splatter. Now, I could have used this stamp from the Dragonfly Dreams bundle and stamped my dragonfly, but I didn't want to do that. I want to do something a little different. So on the Melon Mambo one, I used this stamp right here, and it's a lace. It's supposed to look like lace, but it's such a small area, it really doesn't look like lace. I'm going to try the splattered one on this card. You could use any tiny print stamp. Even like little flowers would be cute, maybe. But let's get started on our card here. From once again, I keep forgetting to tell you what papers we're using. And we're using this is a basic gray cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. That's our card base. And we need 2 pieces of Whisper White, and those are 5 1/4 by 4. One will be the front and one will be the inside of the card. We need a small piece of Whisper White cardstock to cut our dragonfly from. Now, I've already done that, so you don't have to watch me run these things through my die cut machine. And you'll need a piece of about 3.5 by 3 to cut the dragonfly out. And then we're going to you need to make a stencil with that circle die. And you'll want a piece about 4 by 4. My piece is 5 by 5, but you don't need one that big. This is just a piece that I had and I used it. But it's a little overkill. So let's start making the card. We'll need that stencil first. And we want to make our circle towards the top of our card. So let's see. Line that up. You know, I probably should have cut, if I had cut this at the same size, might be a nice tip for you. If I had cut this piece of paper that I cut the stencil out of the same size as I had cut these, then I could have just set it down on, cut it out where I wanted it, set it down on top, and I would have been perfectly centered. But now I have to kind of guess. So there, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to hold it in place and get my sponge dauber and my Stampin' Pad out here. I always like to work that in a little bit, work that into my sponge. And we're just gonna sponge that circle in. I wanted quite a bit of color on here. With it getting gradually lighter towards the center. So that looks pretty good to me. Now we'll leave this in place because from our Dragonfly Dreams bundle, we're going to use this stamp. And that's this one on the front of the package. Put that on my block. Get up. And we want this stamp mostly down towards the bottom here. And it just makes nice big blotchy blobs, I guess you would want to call it. And then diagonal towards the top, we're going to do that. Have some more of these blobs. And maybe I want a little more down here too. There. Nice and blobby. Let's lift this up. See how I did centering it? Oh, I did pretty good considering. And we can take this off. And we'll put our big splatter on. And stamp the wings of the dragonfly. I'm just stamping all over my table here. But it's okay. So you want to try to just get it mostly on the wings. Let me get some more on there. I'll turn him around and do that side. I think I'm going to have to grab myself a baby wipe my table off. It's a good thing that I have this this mat here that I have. This is a silicone. It's actually a baker's mat. But it's a wonderful thing, let me tell you. Look how that everything just wipes off. I even got stays on ink on this, and it wiped right off. So you know it's good. Okay, so we have our splatters done. But we're going to want to give it a little more color. Let me put that on top of some paper. So we'll take our ink pad, close it up, give it a little squeeze there, open it up, and there's our ink to work from. So we'll pick some of that up with our marker, or our blender pen, and just go along the body here, and the head. Yeah, to make him look like he's a little rounded, you want to have a little darker color towards the outside. And gradually get lighter towards the center. We don't have to use watercolor paper on this guy because we're not working it that much. If we were going to spend a lot of time just scrubbing away at this with our marker pen, then it would be a good idea to use watercolor paper. But this is kind of pretty quick. Let's make his eyes darker. There. And then just kind of went around the outside of the wings. And we'll make this wing look like it's a separate wing from the bottom one. And we'll just go like this real quick. And that'll pick up a little bit of color from where we stamped. And onto the other side. This is probably the hardest part. And this isn't hard at all. So just color that in some. And there we go. We got our dragonfly. So now we can put our twine on here. And I like to take it and I'll wrap it from the front. And I want it to cross. I want it to cross over off center. I don't want that centered. So we'll just do it like this. I'll flip that over. Oh, that one got away. And I probably should have had this tape out. But watch this. It's like, darn, she's good. Oh, you know what? Let me take a look at this. I think I have that a little too low. Okay, let's do this again. Yeah, because I wanted to stamp down here. So I need my twine up higher. Good thing I noticed that, or we would have had to change things up even more on this card. Okay, there we go. Oop. Tried to get away from me. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we'll take that piece of tape. Easier said than done. It kind of folded up, but I think it'll be fine. You want to catch all the pieces. We want all the pieces held in place. Get myself another piece for the side. There. Let's see how that was. That works. Okay. Yeah, that's good. There. That's alright, isn't it? Let me close that up before I don't know, stick the card in it or my arm or something. Alright. And we'll put our Enjoy Your Special Day stamp down here on the bottom. That's also from the Dragonfly Dreams. Get that out. Block. And I like to kind of try to line this up. On the block. Get our Memento ink out. There, that's inked up nice. And that will go right here. I noticed on the print on this this stamp set, the letters are kind of a little up, a little down. It makes it a lot easier to line these things up. Because you can be off a little bit and it doesn't look wrong. It still looks good because the letters themselves go kind of up and down. Okay, now we can attach this to the card front. Use our snail and snail that up. and just go right over that, right over your baker's twine. That'll help to hold it in place also. We'll get our card base. Make sure it opens upright. And center that on the front. There we go. We've got about 1/8 of an inch showing all around. And we're going to need our Stampin' Dimensionals in just a second. Let me grab those. And this piece, I didn't decorate at all. I just put a blank piece of white paper on the inside. So then when I go to give it to somebody, depending on what kind of a special day I want them to have, I can stamp something appropriate for the occasion. Enjoy your special day, happy anniversary, or happy birthday, or happy spa day, I don't know. Whatever their happy day is supposed to be, that's what I'll put on the inside. Alright, so now we can put some dimensionals on the back of our dragonfly here. And we're going to just want pieces and edge, some of the edge pieces. Let me just give that a little snip there. So there's not a lot of room on this dragonfly body to work with. So we just need little bitty pieces here. You never throw these edge pieces away. These are perfectly good Stampin' Dimensionals. Just the right thing for getting in these little spots. Alright, and let's see, I think I don't want my dragonfly to go that way, or do I want him to go that way? I think I'll go this way. And we'll just put him in place. Stick him down and lift his wings up just a little, and there we are. It's a beautiful little dragonfly card. So here's the original, and then here's the one we just did with the Tangerine Tango. This is Melon Mambo again, and then this is Tangerine Tango. So you could make this in a whole assortment of colors and have them handy for any of your special day needs. So if you liked my video, be sure to press like down below. If you want to subscribe, there's a subscribe button down there too. If you want to shop with me, you can do that either through my Facebook page or my website. And all the dimensions and materials that I used today, they'll all be listed down below also. So you take care, stay safe, and happy stamping.